Well, hi there, everyone. How did I end up on this mountain? I was flying around, goofing off, thinking about the game, ended up back here, decided to jump up. Ta-da, here we are. How's it going? I figure it's worth picking up the best ore in the game while I'm up here, along with the reagents. And I guess while I'm up here, I can pick up the second best ore in the game, too, since I do plan on teleporting to Arathia right after this. The only ore I plan on using in this game, along with any other stall-based ore we find. If you luck out, get a weapon of quality or value. Because I think I'm going to cash this in for weapons. So, Lord Mondobo asked in the comments whether I'm going to do a Decision 1168 for these guys. Like I did for the first series, 1169, where Vic and Princess J2 had their flavor-filled roleplay argument. Revocane side with Vic, and then Flailfist was woken up and he was pissed. And that was a spur-of-the-moment thing, came to mind. I was like, I think that's pretty cool. Let's do that. Well, nothing's really come to mind for this group. And it's not just because we haven't spent as much time with them as we did with the first group, though that does make a difference. Rather, it's just because their decision's set in stone and not that interesting. Like, there's value in the argument between Vic and J2, right? The idea of siding with Deja and the Necromancers and whatever they might have planned for the world, you know? Which inevitably is to prolong the war. Like, they're not exactly good people. You don't have to look that far back in Arathian history to deduce that. You know, and so there's value in arguing why a group of adventurers would choose to side with the Path of Dark. That's a more interesting argument, why people who may mean well would choose that path over the Path of Light. Well, here, all the Light Warriors mean well. Really well. Lonnie's just a bit of a klepto, and she hasn't exercised that since we left Emerald Isle. So, there's no debate over what path these folks are going to choose. You know, they, like, what are you going to do? Like, obviously, we're going to be, like, picking up Judge Fairweather and siding with the Wizards of Bracada, isolationists and standoffish though they may be. Like, it's genuinely for the best interest of not just our people, but the entire realm. I don't think these four make great rulership material. You know, I think the adventuring that has taken place over this game and the training, like, they're not rulers at heart, they're adventurers at heart, but all of them feel a responsibility to look after others. Like, it's just for the best. Like, it's what they want to do, and that's better done with the Wizards of Bracada than it is with the Necromancers of Deja, and who knows whether anything more will come out of it, but, I mean, it just seems like a good idea. The Wizards of Bracada are viewed more favorably than the Necromancers of Deja anyway. Bobo has some selfish incentive because he can learn more from Thomas Gray, right? At the School of Magic. SKS maybe did want to settle down and not be so much of an adventurer anymore, but, you know, at his ripe old age, but just, there's no one who would really bring up a counterpoint about, what about the Necromancers of Deja? Like, let's bring stability to the world, you know. I'm not saying they would pay any price for that, you know, they're not gonna go off the deep end like Gavin Magnus does in Heroes of Might and Magic 4. Gavin Magnus is the lead of the Wizards of Bracada. Just, there's no, like, real interesting conversation or debate there. They all feel the same. Like, they're similarly aligned in that front. Whereas, in the case of the last series, there's genuine value in the debate of, like, what will happen to the land. So that's Decision 1168. It ends in a snap, really. I suppose there's some value in talking about, like, what happens next, but the group doesn't really know what happens next. And, like, what their plans will be. Like, what does really choosing this path get us? Like, we'll just have to wait for the judge to arbitrate the war between Arathi and Avli and hopefully bring peace. And then we'll see where the road takes us, because we don't presume that the necromancers of Deja are just going to take this and do nothing. You know, they have plans and machinations, surely, that have been set in motion, and the Light Warriors, the lords and ladies of Harmondale, may have to act upon that. Anyway, let's make some weapons. No duelist blades. Lamentable. The first time I did this, I ended up scrapping, because I'm like 10 minutes into the video, and I was really pissed at myself. The reasoning behind that is that I went to Prakata Desert without visiting the night promotion person here, and I was so mad, I just, like, closed the game like, you fucking idiot! There's, like, a duelist blade behind, there was, like, a supreme flail that did a bunch of cold damage, and I was like, no, you don't get to keep that because of how stupid you are! An exquisite long dagger is not too bad. We had an Axe of Darkness as well. These weapons end up being crummier, but you know what? I'm not gonna forget, so I had to pay my fee. No sword weapons, then. I was gonna switch Lil out there. These Regnan cutlasses just aren't that meaningful enough to make a switch, I don't think. 2d4 plus 11 versus 3d4 plus 10. Well, we also have sword weapons here. Not sword weapons, daggers. Plus 10 spell points, speed, and intellect. She doesn't really need that. And while 2d3 plus 7 is definitely better than 2d2 plus 5, that swift property there allows her to attack faster. And I'd rather take 2d2 plus 6 with 9 to 12 points of cold damage. You know, that won't apply against blue dragons, and won't apply against Medusi. So those few enemies will be fine, other than that. As for this, body damage, enemies are more immune to, so I'm loath to, like, equip someone with a body damage weapon. But that doesn't lower the base damage by too much, so I guess that's okay. And I'll have to go
There's no room.
Crawling around for replacement. Well, I'll have to go crawling around for duelist swords. Also, I guess I will replace the spike club of poison.
There's no room.
And we'll give you this plus 10 endurance and accuracy. That seems reasonable enough. Yeah, let's do it like that, I guess. Exquisite long dagger of the sky would be something worth giving to you, but you don't have the dagger skill trained right now. We'd have to go to... Shops would have to open.
Is that supposed to hurt?
Huh! I think it's because I clipped through that. Interesting. Let's go get our promotion. Thank you. Lil is now a cavalier. Lonnie has slightly more hit points thanks to bodybuilder. Glad you grabbed the promotion this time, you fucking moron. Let's head to the Prakata Desert before I spew vitriol at myself anymore. So pissed at myself. No, you do not get to keep all the shiny things. You have to reroll for new shinies. It taught me to get my promotion, though, that's for damn sure. Oh, boy. So we were heading for the familiar place to pick up the judge. And then we can quickly teleport back to Castle Harmondale. And then fly to the Judge Tent. Don't think there's anything...
Come on in, have a drink!
...that I want to grab in Bricata right now. I'll definitely be back, though. $3d3 plus 9. Yeah. Figured since I had access to just grabbing the damn sword, I'd use that to double check my mental math. Okay. While I'm here... It won't be, we might as well just carry Zokar's skull with us. We'll definitely put the painting away, though. An alchemy skill plus 11 amulet, I forgot to put that on. Let's take care of that. I'll grab the hit points plus 10 amulet, I suppose. Now, I don't... In theory, like with, you know, Princess J2, I don't have to wear this amulet all the time, and I can replace it with plus 10 hit points. In practice, that just takes too much bookkeeping. Who the hell has time for that? I'm not gonna bother.
Wonderful! A perfect mix! Wonderful!
Great. Cleared out some inventory space. We have a strong build of Doom there. Which we might as well put on you. Fire resistance plus 11 amulet? Nah, I'm not gonna bother, even if you do get attacked by fire shit quite a bit. And I can save those items too. Really, I can enchant everything, right? Since I have enchant item, I can enchant anything before I sell it for big money, big prizes. That does take some time, and I don't actually have anyone who's capable of repairing an item right now. It's not a skill I've bothered to put on Lil. Well, it's a skill I have on her, just she hasn't trained up any expertise on it. Other priorities, you know? Of course, in order for me to actually have her wear plate armor, we need to find a meaningful suit of plate armor for her to wear. Also, her wearing, that leather armor is now prohibitive. Or inhibitive. Because she no longer has a spike club, so she no longer attacks as fast. Cutscene time, folks.
Perhaps we should draw the line here.
That certainly doesn't seem fair to me. How about here? Wait, how about this?
Ah.
A toast, my friends, to peace.
To peace.
It's hard to believe we were fighting each other when we all know who the real enemy is.
And that's literally how easy it was. What the fuck, right? That was Gavin Magnus, of course, standing with Queen Catherine and King Parson. You have made the wise choice, my lords. Gavin Magnus, leader of the wizards, would like to speak with you. Go to the Bracada Desert. The teleporter to Celeste will function now, and use it to enter Celeste. Gavin awaits you in Castle Lambent. Time is precious. Don't waste it dallying around. So this is the better interface of, like, between, like, light and dark. One problem, though. It's blinding. Like, this hurts my eyes, man. There's a reason, like, why I use, like, dark user interfaces over light user interfaces. What the hell, man? Whew. And also, since there are new historical tidbits, I will now delve into the histories again and read what the historian has to say. Everyone can train up to level 21. Good. We won't be doing that here in Harmondale, of course. Probably Stone City. You know, unlike in the first playthrough, I'm not swimming in cash. At 50,000 gold will vanish quick if I don't take proper care of it. We'll just have to get some more money, right? Yes, we still have one more promotion quest that we have to get done. Speaking of, there's a promotion quest I can pick up right here in Harmondale. A few generations ago, an enchanted bow was created by alchemists in the Telerian forest to seal another peace treaty between the elves and the humans. While en route to Arathia, the bow was taken from the couriers by the Titans in Avli. They have no use for the thing, so it's probably in their stronghold still. Strike a blow for our profession and get that bow back. It is absolutely the finest thing of its kind ever made. Oh, and while you're there, feel free to cut some of those bullies down to size. They stole it out of cruelty, not need. If you are successful, I will promote all warrior mages to master archers, or honorary master archers, as the case may be. We naturally can't get the second monk promotion yet, because we haven't done the first. Makes sense, right? I don't care about your Lantern of Light, not bothering. See, that's another thing, too. Like, these folks might be like, oh, that sounds terrible. Like, we need to go quest for that. But they're not. Because I don't feel like doing it again. But we will be heading into the Barrow Downs. Just not right now. History time. Good news. After some light skirmishes and plenty of spying and maneuvering, both sides of this silly war have decided to call a truce until a suitable arbitrator can be found. Peace, you win. My lords have chosen Sir Brandis Fairweather as the arbiter for the Treaty of Harmondale. His reputation as an even-handed referee is second to none. Watch as he draws a line on this map. On September 14th, 1168, 10 days after the truce, Sir Featherweather presided over a tense negotiation to divide the contested lands of Harmondale and surrounds. Though discord threatened the peace, Sir Featherweather... Why am I having so much trouble with that word this morning? Sir Fairweather's quick diplomacy carried the day, and a formal peace treaty was signed between Arathia and Avli. In a historic development, the treaty provided for the creation of the Kingdom of Harmondale, naming my lords as the rulers and leaving them to the entire responsibility of administering the kingdom, which is something they won't actually want. Since invasion is not imminent, as it was in the case of the ill-fated King Vespin, hopes are high that the Kingdom of Harmondale will last a very long time. While Ambassador Wright of Bracada seemed pleased with the choice of arbiter, Ambassador Scale was furious. He has issued, in the name of his government, a warning to all travelers, including my lords, from Harmondale that their safety could not be assured. I think his meaning is clear. He has, however, expressed hope that perhaps someday the interests of the nation of Deja will coincide with those of Harmondale. Author's note, I don't think the interest of Deja and Harmondale will ever coincide until they conquer us. Until... This fucking historian, man. We can go visit our ambassadorial friends. Actually, no, we can't. I thought they had something further to say, but no, that's the guys from Arathia and Avli. After you do those bits. The other ambassadors have just gone back home.
Monster Grande!
What the fuck ever, Popo? You could see fire out there in the distance at the goblins. Like, we're not even going to help save the people from goblins, man. Isn't that what a party of do-gooders would do? Yes! this isn't being roleplayed as much as, like, getting us to the content that we haven't seen before in the series, and we're now there. We're now at the content that hasn't been seen before, not just in this series, but in the first series that I did. What is my problem with communicating this morning? Jeez. Anywho, before I end the episode, let's teleport to a few different places. First off, let's visit this guy. I can smell the stink of self-righteousness on you. Get away from me. Go on. Get. To be named an Archdruid, you must serve the land. I know of a service you could perform. In the land above Stone City, where the dwarves bury their dead, is the barrow of King Zokar IV. He died fighting in defense of Stone City during the invasion of Arathia by Nyon. His remains were never recovered and still lie in those tunnels. No, they don't. We have them right here. Retrieve his bones and place them in his coffin in his barrow. Zokar's tomb is the same tomb where you go to meditate for the monk promotion. When you have done this, the king will rest, and so will the land. Return to me when you perform the service, and I will perform the ceremony of ascension and name you Archdruids. Isn't that an easier thing to do than the Warlock one? Provided that you don't wiggle your way out of it using invisibility, right? Are there any other promoters here that I'm forgetting about? Well, if need be, I can always teleport back. Teleporting to this place is not a big deal. Let's see here. Let's quickly teleport to Arathia as well. I am pleased to see thee chose the path of light, Crusaders. A wrong has been committed, friends, and who else but us can put it right? A wicked villain has kidnapped a fair maiden by the name of Alice Hargreaves. His name is Bill Gates, William Satag, and he has imprisoned her in his tower. You must ride forthwith to put this villain to the sword and rescue sweet Alice. If you succeed, you will truly be heroes of the land. Alright, Quixote. You do-gooders are worthless. It is impossible for me to teach anything more to you. Stupid do-gooders, meh. We're back here in Arathia again. Woohoo! Which means before I depart, I can visit Bill Lasker in the sewers. I guess we'll take this route. Even though this route would be better. All the time I wasted? And there are, of course, other promotion quests for us to pick up, too. In Celeste and Bricata. We'll be looking for 8 of them, with the 9th one at the monk guy in Harmondale. Alright, that's still a quick cast. For when I was climbing up the damn mountain. I won't be able to town portal out of here, lamentably. Eh. Your next task is somewhat more difficult, more suited for spies than rogues. I have been asked to ensure that Watchtower 6, the only tower to survive the recent wars against the Necromancers, be unable to defend itself the next time it is attacked. Killing the guards inside won't help. The Necromancers will just fill it again with more troops. The tower is on the southern edge of the Necromancers' land. I want you to slip inside and move the counterweight in the gatehouse at the top of the tower to the gatehouse at the bottom of the tower. It is a heavy weight that can be found in a slot against the wall, with a rope tied to it. When the time comes for an attack, the misplaced weights will be noticed too late, and the gate will not close. If you can do this, you will have proven your status as a spy. Yes, since there are enemies around, we will not be able to teleport aloud. I think I saw someone clipping through the wall there. So we'll have to walk. Stupid walking man. I see you up there. Man, Bill Lasser's Thieves Guild sucks. Alright everyone, that takes care of this episode. We've got some promotion quests to pick up, and we have a Celeste to visit that will not be hostile towards us. What a novel concept. Good times for all. Take care, though. Hope you enjoyed what little there was of Decision 1168. September 15th. Level 15. We're gonna make a positive difference in this world. And maybe it starts with me casting Enchant Item between episodes. Or maybe I'll save that for when I am able to cast Enchant Item Grandmaster. Item Grande.